Hey, hello everyone, welcome back. So in our today's tutorial, we are going to learn how to create an walkthrough screen for our Android application. So basically, I am creating an application of e-commerce app which sells the fruits and vegetables. So I am creating walkthrough screen for my application. So as you can see on screen, this is a walkthrough screen. Here we are having two buttons, skip and next. On click of skip, it will skip our walkthrough screen and directly it will launch our application. And if we want to go through our walkthrough screen, we can click on next, this one and next, and this is the end of our walkthrough screen. On click of get started, it will launch our application. So this type of walkthrough screen we are going to create in our today's tutorial. So without wasting much time, let's start our tutorial. So to create an walkthrough screen, I had already set up my project. I'll explain you what I had did here. So basically this is my main screen which I'll launch at the end of my walkthrough screen. If I go to its XML file, as you can see it contains only the text view. So this screen will launch at the end of our walkthrough. And to create the walkthrough, I had created one more activity which is known as intro activity. And if we go to layout file, I had created a layout for my walkthrough. As a parent, I took constraint layout, and in that I had created a web pager which contains 90% of screen. After that I need two buttons, that is skip and next, right? So this is my next button which I had created at the bottom corner, and for skip I had created a text view, and one more button I had created which I'll display at the last screen of my walkthrough, that is get started. When I click on this button, I'll navigate to this main activity, right? So currently it is invisible, and I had created a tab layout which will take the control of view pager, right? This is my view pager. So this is our intro activity, and I had also created an adapter which will control the view pager, which I had created here. And third one is screen item. This is my Pojo class which will load the data into my view pager using this adapter. So I'll explain you how this works. So first of all, let's start building our walkthrough. So first I have declared all my view pager and buttons here, and I had also initialized them using here, and I had used this line of code to hide my to make my activity full screen. My walkthrough should be full screen, right? So to hide the toolbar as well as, right? So let's start. So first of all, what we need to do is we need to create a list of items which we are going to add into our view pager, right? So I'll to save time, I'll directly copy and paste the code from here, and let's paste it here. So after initialization of UI components, we will create the list of screen item which is our Pojo class, and we'll load some data into it. For example, first one is a string which will be title of our walkthrough page. After that, the description of our that page, and we will add the image of our walkthrough screen. So basically I had added some drawables into my drawables folder. So I am doing this text, I'll show you. So this is our first walkthrough drawable, and this is our second walkthrough drawable. You can add any images as you want. So we had created a list. After that, we will set up our view pager. So add this line of code here, and screen pager is a variable of our view pager, and we had initialized it, and intro view, and we had created a variable for our adapter, and we had passed the list of our this screen item to our adapter, and we had set the adapter to our view pager, and we had also created we had also gave the control of our view pager to our tab indicator here. So our next step is to control the visibility of our screens, that is buttons and next button, when we have to make next button visible or not. So we'll control that functionality by this way. So I had created the method which is known as load last screen. So when our walkthrough will go to the last screen of our walkthrough, At that time we need to enable make the button visible, this button which we had created for walkthrough screen. The button will be visible when it will come to our last screen, right? So for that I have created here method load last screen, and the next button and the skip button will be invisible and this will be visible, and on click of this button we will have to jump to our main activity, right? So I had also added the anim folder, and here I am having the animation file which will perform the animation for our this button, get started button. So I had set this animation here. After that our next step is to perform the on click on our next button, so we can perform it here. So BTN next is our next button. On click of this button we need to check whether which walkthrough page is currently available on our screen. So position is a variable that I had created, and its default value is 0, and I had assigned is the value of screen pager. Screen pager is a view pager our, and the dot get current item. So it will return the count of the page that currently appears on our screen, and we will check if position is less than mlength dot size. So mlist is nothing but the list of the screen item which we pass to the adapter. So if it is position is less than mlist, which means the first or second page of walkthrough is currently available on the screen. So which means that the next page is available for us, so we can make it position plus plus, and we can set the current item of view pager. If it is last one, so which means that currently we are on screen the last page of our walkthrough is available, and we need to click on get started to jump to our next activity, right? So I had create call here from here that last screen method, which will make our last screen available to the screen, and it will hide next and skip buttons from the screen. So our next step is to control our view pager using tab layout, tab indicator, sorry. So for that just paste this code here, and it will add the functionality to our tab indicator to control our view pager, right? On click of that tab indicator dots, we can also navigate means control the view pager. So for that we need to call tab indicator is a variable of our indicator dot on tab change listener, and we need to check on which tab count we had click. So take that position and check is equal to size minus 1, which is its last one or not. If it is last one, if it satisfies the condition, then load the last item to the view pager. So in this way you can control the view pager using the tab indicator. After that our next step is to add the functionality to our skip button. So let's add it here, and on click of skip we need to skip the fully walkthrough of our application and directly jump to the main activity, right? So directly jump to the main activity in sense you need to jump to the last walkthrough screen. So for that on click of skip the screen pager, set the current item of screen pager to the last item of our list, right? So next our functionality that we need to add is on click of get started. So when we are at the last screen of our walkthrough, this BTN get started button will be available for us. So on click of this button we need to launch our main activity, right? So this is the code to launch our main activity by using intent. So there it also contains this method, so I'll just comment for now. I'll explain you why you need this shared preference method. So for now just comment this, I'll explain you later. And after that I think that's enough for now. So let's run the program and let's see how it works. Wait a second, I'll explain you once what I did in this adapter. So what I'm doing in this adapter, that we are having two parameters in this adapter, that is context and a list of screen item. So just create this constructor and to assign the values to this variable so that it can be accessible throughout our class. And here I had created layout in Flutter and created a separate layout for our that custom layout for our walkthrough screen. So I'll explain you what I did here. I had created a guideline which basically the description of our walkthrough screen, After that I created text view, which is the title of a walkthrough screen, and one more image view I had created which will contain the walkthrough image. So this is the basic XML file which I had created. So just load it using layout inflator into our adapter, and just load all the data that we had got into this list of screen item into this UI components, right? So this is the code for that, and now let's run the program and see if it works properly or not. So as you can see, our walkthrough screen has been created. From here we can control our view pager using tab indicator, and even if we click on next button, we will be navigated to next. And at the last screen of the walkthrough, the skip and next button and tab indicator is visibility has been invisible, and the get started has been visible with some sort of animation. And if we click on get started, it will be navigated to our main activity, right? So but the problem is now we don't need every time we open the app, we don't need walkthrough screen, right? For the first time we need it, right? Only first time when application opens we need a walkthrough screen, not again and again. So, and as you can see, it is available to us again and again, right? So let's make this change. So for this we need a shared preference. So what we'll do is when first time the user visits our application, at that time we will store a particular value to our shared preference, and the next time the user when visits to our application, we will check if that value contains our shared preference. At that time we will skip our walkthrough and it will directly navigate it to our main activity. So this functionality we are going to add. So for this we need to save our shared preference, right? So take this function and just put it into our activity. So it is gonna save shared preference. What I am doing here is I had created a shared preference using this syntax, and this is the value which I am going to store in my shared preference. And I had created the editor, and I had created one value, and I had committed into my shared preference. Now call this function from our onCreate method. So first time when visit our application and it launches our main activity, which means here intent, at that time I will call this method and I will store this value into my shared preference. And after that, once this value has been stored, which means you had firstly you had visited our application, and now I'll create one more method here which will fetch this shared preference value, right? And this one is to check whether put this if condition into our onCreate method. And what will happen, first time when user will come here, at that time it will check for the restore preference. From here it will check if the shared preference contains that value, and if it becomes true, at that time it will directly navigate it to main activity. And if it not, it returns false, at that time it will do all this stuff, and it will create the view pager and walkthrough screen for us, and it will store that value into our shared preference. So the user when comes the second time to our application, at that time it will skip our shared preference, it will skip our walkthrough screen. So let's run the program and see if it works properly or not. So as you can see here, I am first time in my application, and if I click on next, and if I click on get started, now it has my value has been stored into my shared preference, which means for first time I had visited to my application. And now if I close it and if I visit to my application again, let's open my application, and it will directly navigate it to my main activity, right? Because it check that if my shared preference contains the value, and if it contains, it returns the true here, and it is directly navigated to my main activity. So that's all for today. This was the tutorial how to create and walkthrough screen for Android application. Hope you like this video, and thanks for watching.